Howdy folks, and welcome. It's the weekly comic book snap. We're back. It's issue 25, Smash. Boom! Oh, 25. You know what that is?
Quarter of a century.
Quarter of a century, my friend. Only God knows how long, and we'll be at 100. Woo!
Yes.
Okay. So here we are, issue 25. The date is sometime in January. I think it's
The 11th.
11th.
It's the 11th of January.
2018. Boom! We've got 4 comics for you from this week.
We have.
Maybe
It should have
one
been
more.
yesterday, but somebody spent the day with their beloved.
Yes. Don't know who
Chose
that was.
Chose love over a snap.
Love over snaps. That's my motto. Anyway, what have we got? Oh yeah, Happy New Year. Forgot about that, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes. Happy New Year, everyone.
A prosperous one.
Happy New Year, snappers. What have we got
Don't
first?
drink on them.
Oh, sorry. What have we got first?
The Avengers.
Avengers.
The Avengers 675.
Lentics.
With a sexy lenticular cover. This kicks off a 3-month weekly stint on the Avengers, but it's not as bad as all that because it's 3 books rolled into one.
Okay.
Because you've got
Sounds like a bit of a
all of the
heavy
Avengers.
writing task, that.
Yeah, well, it's split between 3 people.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and it is a weekly book, and lots is going to come spilling out of this apparently as they keep teasing.
Right.
Those people at Marvel, those teasers.
Wonderful Marvelites.
Yeah, so this is the first issue of it. Nice cover.
Beautiful, isn't
Feels
it?
nice.
Great cover.
Looks sexy.
Yeah. What about the contents, my friend?
The contents, one thing I will say is that I quite like all these kind of retro ads that are running through the middle.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they?
They are,
They're
I
pretty
do
cool.
really like that.
And they do whet your appetite for what's coming.
They do, but that shouldn't be the take-home message that you get from this book.
No, absolutely not.
No, and it wasn't.
No.
To be fair, I just wanted to point that out because I was flapping around with it. And
Yeah, everyone likes a flap.
a flap snap.
Absolutely.
So, yes, it's got every Avenger team in there. It's got the US Avengers, it's got the Avengers, it's got the Uncanny Avengers, it's got the Champions. So, because of all that, I think I found it very busy.
Right.
Very busy, very loud.
Yeah.
It's again the end of the world as we know it. There's
The world is upon us from outer
disasters.
space.
Well, there's disasters happening all around the world, which is keeping all the teams of the Avengers busy.
Yeah.
Then we find out that the world isn't where it's supposed to be, and it's actually been moved, and nobody knows where.
And a few of them are being frozen in time, aren't they?
They are. Then yes, and then further along, some of the more A-listers.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier that you don't really care about any of the characters.
That was my thing of reading this. Is I just have no emotional attachment to any of these characters. Yeah, I
and
don't care.
that's kind of fair enough. And there's a new Avenger just kind of dropped on us as if we're
just
meant to
vomited out upon us.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you have to have a level of knowledge about the Marvel universe, or if I were looking too much into it, just because. You know, it's the first issue, and there's going to be a lot of issues because it's coming out every week. So maybe we should just rein our necks in and wait till next week and see
how we get on next
how
week.
it gets on. Yeah, exactly.
Fair
And
enough.
the next step on it. But was it a bad comic? No, not in any way.
Decent start.
Yeah, nice art, but it is really busy. I was just thinking because there's so much going on there.
Characters.
So the 3 writers do have a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
I have a little theory about who the new Avenger is, which we will put in an envelope and hide away for 3 months, and then we can come out and go, ha! Or we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was loud, colourful, but ultimately a little bit unfulfilling. I mean, I think we said a few snaps back that this again has made me hanker for the old team. Somehow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that it could be the first step on getting them back.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, a few of them do crop up in here, to be fair, but
they do. The only other slight gripe I have about this, I think, is it's a weekly book. It's starting off as a $4.99, which I'm selling at £3.90. The rest
Generosity,
are going to be £3.20.
right,
$3.99. It is a lot of money when you look at what DC are doing, and their bi-weeklies. They put them in at $2.99, which is $2.50. collecting comics can be an expensive hobby, and Marvel just
Tell me
seem
about
to. They seem to want to rinse people a bit too much. Give something back, especially if it's a weekly book, and it is going to sell. And I would think it would sell a lot more if they'd have dropped it to the $2.99 price point. Personally,
fair comment.
So,
mind you, you don't have no one's strong-arming people into buying it, are they?
Yeah, when people come in, I get them straight into the art.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, got to keep the lights on somehow.
Pay them bills. Keep the wolves at bay.
So, yeah, when you come in, just do that.
Yeah. So where are we at next?
We are next going on to the Old Man Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, yes. This is fantastic.
I did really like it. My first slight gripe.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
It's only a very, very little slight gripe. Is not the price. The price is fine. It's the name.
Right.
Because it was Old Man Logan, should it not be Old Man Clint? Or would that be a bit tricky to put on there and people might read it as
something else?
A different word.
Maybe. Yeah. That didn't strike me actually. I think. Yeah, I see what you're saying though. The name rather than the superhero name as such.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
The actual name.
I see what you're saying. But Old Man Hawkeye, it's got a nice ring to it. I think that.
It does sound better than Old Man Clint.
I think so.
Because and like I say, it could be a little bit tricky
from a distance.
Exactly. Or if you try and say it quickly.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, so we are back in the wastelands from Old Man Logan, the original Mark Miller one.
Absolutely.
And obviously, anybody who's read that, if you haven't, you should.
Really should.
Really, really should. But Hawkeye is an older guy as well. This is
gent.
It's a kind of a what-if future for anybody who hasn't read it. And the bad guys have all won, and America's a wasteland, and it's divided up into all bad guys ruling it, and the heroes have lost, basically. Yeah. So Hawkeye, every day he's walking around, he knows that he was part of that losing team. All his friends have been wiped out. It's not going to be a happy
it's not
life,
is
it?
A fun book, is it? But it's
it's an amazingly fun book.
Not a happy
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, there's humour in there.
There is absolutely.
But anyway, in this one,
so
this is taken 5 years previous to Old Man Logan,
right?
And the Hawkeye still can see, although as it addresses there, it's starting to go.
He's an older chappy, isn't he?
He is an older chappy. We're all getting older.
Catches up with us all.
But my, what a head of hair!
That's a beautiful, beautiful crop.
It is. It's a great crop of hair. This book.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. I thought the artwork was fantastic. It's Chichetto.
It's our friend Chichetto, yes.
Just amazing artwork in it.
It is really, really nice artwork.
And you know what I was thinking? Sorry to butt in. I was thinking that this is the Hawkeye that I wanted to see. When we were having to wade through that custody kind of
that really good
surfer
Hawkeye
dude, hipster latte drinking Hawkeye.
Listen, man,
we're eating pastries on a corner.
We all go through stages of our life, and it took him through that to get to this.
Old and grizzled.
Enjoy
Hawkeye.
The journey, man.
Firing arrows into people's faces.
Enjoy
That's what we wanted.
The journey, or missing.
Well, he did miss that.
He did miss, and you know what? The best thing about this for me was
what?
There's two bad guys revealed in it.
Yeah.
The second one. It's so good to see him back in comics.
Times.
And it's great. Go out and buy it.
Get involved.
It's going to be a mini series, and definitely worth your books. Any fans of Old Man Logan, the original, the one going on now, or just people who like comics, you're going to like this book. It is really good.
Get involved.
Right.
What's up next?
Well, next we're going to do a little retrospective of a couple of books that came out last week, but we weren't here, sadly.
No, we weren't.
Well, I was here.
You were here.
Somebody wasn't here.
I was not here.
Gallivanting,
what was that?
merriment.
Oh, what was that? A drinking sign?
No.
Oh, with your hands. Anyway, retrospective. Bring it on, Spesh.
In a ditch. Right. So we're going for The Walking Dead, issue 175.
Happy days. Now, we don't touch The Walking Dead much, do we, on this?
We've done one before on the last kind of jumping on spot, which was really good. We're both really big fans of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. It would seem... is it because of that we don't do so many?
It's because of that, and it's because of the numbers on it. You've got to wait for a jumping on spot, I think, or otherwise we'll just be doing the same comics.
Got to be fair to them.
And we're only going to say good things about it usually.
We are.
This is the problem. And again, You know,
Well,
knocked it out of the park. I mean,
absolutely.
people come in and say sometimes that they feel that The Walking Dead is possibly starting to get a bit stale.
Is it
I
lingering a bit too long?
never feel that.
I don't feel that
I absolutely don't feel that. I think the writing is always tight.
Yeah.
The
The artwork's always just phenomenal, I think.
artwork's great. The storytelling, the visual storytelling
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
artwork is fantastic, and the characters. I love these characters, and you really, really root for these characters,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you're worried about
Yeah.
when they're left in peril or.
Absolutely.
And this is just carried on. So in this one, it is a great jumping on spot because it is the New World Order.
Hello.
So our friends from The Walking Dead have found a new
Yes.
group.
Now this is the group that Eugene has been talking to on the
On
radio,
the radio.
for some time,
Exactly, and he's been building a relationship. He thinks building trust.
isn't it? Yes.
They've gone off to find them. I don't really want to say too much else.
No.
Other
Great
than
character introduced in it, though. Isn't
great
it?
character. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah,
Isn't he? What a
brilliant,
douche. Which is what you've got to be
Yeah,
to
you've got
survive and thrive in this
Absolutely,
world.
just
But,
like Yeah.
yeah,
Administrative douchebag.
yes, and he is great. The guys in the uniform seem quite
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
knowing nods to him being a douche.
That's right. Yeah.
And a big surprise for one of our favourite characters,
One of our
or
most
anybody's,
beloved characters.
and
Really
a massive
emotional.
surprise. So
Yeah.
go out, jump on this book,
Spend
now.
your beans on
Get
this.
on it.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
it's
Superb.
fantastic.
Brilliant
It's
stuff.
great.
Great
And
stuff.
then the second one,
Last up this week.
last up, is because we missed it last week.
Yes, we did. Didn't we? Shame on us.
The
There's
Doomsday
that sign again.
Clock,
What does that even mean?
number 2.
Number 2. Sorry about the alarm, folks. It's,
Yes, very rude.
yeah.
It's just a fire.
Is that what it is?
No, it's not. Without fire around the comics,
No,
obviously.
naturally.
Doomsday Clock.
Yes.
Number 2. Could it live up to number 1?
Could it
which
possibly? Could it ever
was
live up to number 1?
amazing.
Was.
The simple answer is yes. Maybe even better.
I think it's even better.
The
That's it.
last page made me hoot.
Yeah.
What more can you say other than that?
Listen, I think tonally it follows on again. It's using that sort of. It's so bleak. I mean, it is kind of bleak, isn't it? But funny.
massively
you know?
bleak, but that's what they've done. They've
Yeah.
taken The Watchmen, which is this hard and really bleak
Yeah,
world,
yeah.
and they've introduced them, but they've added little bits of humour along the
Yeah.
way. You get to find out about the characters that were introduced in the last
Yeah,
one with
yeah.
the mime and everything, and their little story there.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. And you've got you're seeing some of the sort of the staple DC characters coming into or the Watchmen characters going
Coming into-
the DC world.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
And seeing some of their characters,
they
which is just
punch
amazing.
their
So
way
good.
through, and
Yeah.
it works.
It works fantastically well.
Amazingly well. Yep. So they punch through into the DC universe as we know it.
Yeah.
They go out to find the 2 most intelligent men.
Classic.
Little bit of whoa,
Yeah.
he's the most intelligent. It's great. Without spoiling anything, because I don't want to, and there might be people out there who haven't read
Let's
it.
not spoil it too much.
No, but if you haven't read number 1, then
Shame on you.
go out and grab it, or
Yeah,
come here
absolutely.
and grab it.
And if
'cause
there's
we've
2 characters that I ever wanted to meet, it would be the 2 that meet up in this book.
which the very end ones, or the ones
the
before
ones
that?
just no, right at the end. You know where they, the 2
The
guys come
breakfast.
to the breakfast.
The breakfast, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, come on.
We want to see more.
It's just absolutely
Yeah.
like what a pairing that is.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
absolutely. And if you still haven't read The Watchmen, then come down here and buy it.
Absolutely, well done. Good stuff, Spesh. Well done. Issue 25. So we'll be back next week with 4 more books. And 4 more books next week. So yeah,
Yes.
well done. Good round up, Spesh.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Take care, snappers.